more than a century, pepper has been strongly associated with Malaysia. Today, pepper is one of the main agricultural products of the country, with Sarawak, the land of the Hornbills, being the biggest contributor. Pepper in Hornbill's land is a fragrant addition to any dish and has made a name for itself in the global spice market and has become a household brand. Sarawakian pepper is a tradition that has passed around Hornbill's land for decades, a practice passed down from father to son, beliefs that have persevered and continue to thrive in modern times. Today's story begins on the other side of Hornbill's land, Bakan. A small town situated in Serikei Division, it is responsible for contributing large amounts of pepper to the Malaysian Pepper Board every single year. Meet Mosid, a 50-year-old man who has known pepper for most of his life.
Saya berasal dari Uluntai, tempat asal rumah panjang saya, rumah menyimbang, Uluntai. Saya biasa tanam lada lebih kurang 20 tahun sudah. Tanaman lada baru kurang lebih ada 200 lebih, yang sudah matang ada 1.000 lebih. Satu musim kadang-kadang tidak tentu lah 30 lebih guni lah satu musim. Bawa orang punya kadang-kadang lebih 100 guni lah, satu macam 2 bulan macam lah. Bawa sendiri pun bawa orang punya. Pasal saya orang rumah panjang, kereta pun tidak banyak.
Pepper in Hornbill's Land, Episode 4. Tradition. Mosid is bringing us to his home, Rumah Menyimbang in Sungai Ridan Ulu Entai, which has been strongly associated with pepper for many generations. All of the villagers are farmers, and 80% of them plant pepper all around Sungai Ridan.
Dulu-dulu kakek nenek saya ini semua rumah panjang ini sampai sekarang berapa dari tahun 1976 dulu ini rumah baru dibuat pakai tanah, bukan pakai semen. Sekarang 2000 berapa sudah sampai tempat saya, sampai badan saya semua pegang jadi itu rumah. Memang sampai sekarang sudah ada bagus keadaan rumah saya. Dulu kan pakai kulit kayu, pakai bambu semua, pakai buluh. Sekarang ada pakai batu bata, pakai semen semua. Ini rumah berapa lama sudah? Bisa ada 48 tahun sudah ini rumah. Macam ini semua di kawasan tempat orang kerja, proses lada, proses padi, macam-macam semua lah sini. Ini tempat itu store, tempat simpan kayu, tempat simpan semen, ada tempat simpan batu. Memang ada store punya semua, tangki air semua dekat luar. Itu lada, ada 6 tahun sudah lada saya ini. Sampai sekarang saya tanam sayur sama dibantu oleh orang kerjaan dari pertanian. Lada saya dibantu baja, racun semua, pam air, kita surung, itu mesin semualah lada saya yang atas itu.
The people in Sungai Ridan live a simple life, a quiet and tranquil life that those living in the hustle and bustle of busy cities will never understand. It could be said to be like paradise on earth, peaceful and pleasant. Women busy themselves with crafting during their free time, and the handicraft that they produce will be later sold to towns and cities. Taught by their Dayak elders, they weave intricate baskets and handbags with painted bamboo. Bamboo is strongly integrated into the Dayak's way of life. Everything from their houses down to the dishes that they cook includes bamboo. Ayam panso is one such example, a delectable chicken dish cooked in bamboo and seasoned with ginger flowers and tapioca leaves. The Dayak are warm and welcoming, and it's a no wonder why. Compared to children raised in cities, the children in longhouses have a much joyous and carefree childhood. Many grow up to be as kind as they are independent. One of the popular games played in a longhouse is rock tossing, a game very few city children know, living in the memories of their grandparents. For many city kids, technology has replaced leisure time and digital nannies are everywhere. But rock tossing helps children build their focus and hand-eye coordination. Sepak takraw is also commonly played by the teenage boys, and villagers from neighboring kampongs would often come together for friendly matches. Kampongs are a close-knit community. Bathing time is a family affair. The whole family will go to the river together to take their baths or do some washing up. Living in a kampong like this meant that someone would always have your back. Even in the face of trouble, you can be assured in the fact that you won't ever have to face it alone. The Ketua Kampong Menyimbang is now taking us to take a look at the quality pepper that they provide to the whole world. The road is rocky and long, and it takes approximately half an hour to reach the pepper plantation.
Nama saya Bijon Tanak Ampung. Saya 5 orang sini punya, Sungai Ridan, Ulun Tayeh punya. Saya tanam lada sini ada 6 tahun sudah. Ini lada rembai, tapi dia biji jarang-jarang tengok. Dia tangkai panjang tapi dia punya biji jarang. Lada aman ini tengok dia punya biji ada besar sikit, tapi kadang-kadang pandai putus lah sebab dia punya biji banyak. Sana itu tadi lada kingkong, dia besar, panjang. Tengok, dia biji pun banyak. Itu hari saya kasih ini baja bulan 10, bulan 11, bulan 12. Kadang-kadang ini bulan 3, bulan 4 ada masak. Sudah boleh ambil buah. Kita kilas, dia tengok dia biji besar. Orang cakap pula ini lada baru, susah mau kerja. Kalau lama-lama simpan tidak jual. Tidak macam lada kucing. Lada kucing lama pun tidak. Ini macam dia punya sakit. Kalau tidak diikat, dia punya atas tidak ikat, dia pandai turun. Ini dia punya anak. Saya kasih ini macam dia punya anak. Ini sudah boleh tanam saya. Ini baru saya sudah kasih racun. Kalau tidak ada belian ini, pakai itu kayu yang besar-besar itu, kami orang Iban itu cakap itu kah kayu itu. Ini tiang dulu saya beli 25. Ada juga ada 300 lebih saya potong sendiri Bintulu sana. Susah mau pakai itu buan lagi. Sebab itu kayu hidup itu dia pandai mati lagi itu kayu. Sebab dia punya dahan itu banyak-banyak, daun banyak-banyak itu berat memang dia rebah. Saya harapan saya tahun baru nanti saya mau simpan lagi. Sebab sekarang saya kurang guna duit, anak sudah tidak ada sekolah lagi, simpan sajalah. Tunggu dia mungkin mana tahu ada harga kah, baru dia jual. Macam dulu saya jual ada 70.000 dia punya harga, satu kali saya jual. Sama itu JPL sana. Itulah harapan saya mau, kalau saya jual sikit-sikit itu nanti, sikit juga dia punya harga itu. Siapa saya mau tanam lagi lah, mau tanam lagi sebab sekarang saya punya anak jarang-jarang punya pakai duit sebab dia orang kerja.
Nama Jackson Sudo, anak Encana. Saya buat kebun nih lada, mau keluar bunga sudah macam bunga nih. Nah, ada biji juga nih macam. Ini lada kilas. Ada 2 jenis lah, lada kucing pun ada kilas, buat aman, juga ada sini. Macam ini kilas kan dia banyak mengeluarkan hasil, dia banyak mengeluarkan buah dia banyak. Belum masak lagi, ini belum masak, baru mengeluarkan hasil lah. Ini banyak terus pergi bawah sana nih, terus sinilah.
However, sometimes bad things can happen. For these pepper farmers, their worst enemy comes in the form of pests and disease. They cannot afford to let their guard down. A little negligence may cause the plant to become infected. Infections are never isolated to just one single plant, but rather disease and pests spread quickly in pepper plantations. Without proper treatment, infestations can quickly turn deadly. In the old days, farmers did not have pesticides. They had no one to turn to except to the greater powers above, and place their fates in the hands of religion. The villagers in Sungai Ridan are the most devout Catholics you can find on earth. They don't have the financial capabilities to build a church, so they would have their masses in the longhouse. Due to the bad conditions of the roads leading to their kampong, the priest would only visit them once or twice a year. Yet, they hold on to their faith firmly, speaking and singing the word of God in their own language.
Jadi aku Julius Jawa anak Lebet Mangka, jadi ketuai katanya pengurusi gereja Roman Katolik Saint Maria Ulun Tayeh. Jadi pengalaman aku dah jadi ketuai gereja tu bisa 8 tahun kudah. Jadi dalam 8 tahun kudah asai sebagai penghidup kami orang Kristen di Ulun Tayeh itu lebih maju dari kami ke Bedau masuk Kristen Subah. Jadi kami itu semua kami orang Kristen hanya Roman Katolik Ulun Tayeh itu hanya bisa 18 pintu. Jadi tubuh kami bisa 78 orang.
This is where controversy lives. While they remain devout Catholics, they still hold on to some of the old ways, called animism. It is the belief that there is a soul tied to everything in this world, whether rock or tree or plant. Every year without fail, they will carry out a ritual called Gawai Lada to prevent their pepper plants from becoming infected with either pest or disease. At the crack of dawn, they start their yearly tradition by conducting a cock-fighting competition. The winning cock is then selected as their champion.
Oke, selamat pagi, salam sejahtera dari saya nih ketua kampung di Sungai Ridan sini. Beri ucapan tentang yang akses Tuhan punya. Sebab kan saya hari ini ada hari tanaman lada saya kurang memuaskan. Yang tadi saya mengambil upacara pakai piring, pakai jampi kepada Tuhan yang menjaga, yang menyokong saya orang di rumah panjang sini supaya lada saya tidak berapa jahat, ada buah yang bagus, tidak dikacau anak-anak, dikacau barang-barang lain. Selama ini banyak kemakan keburukan lada saya. Ini saya hari ini saya meresmikan lada saya memakai untuk orang menyampaikan kepada Tuhan, kepada Betara.
They will polish and sharpen the ceremonial sword, and the one who would be carrying out the ritual will have to be cleansed with water and stone prior to donning the traditional Iban Dayak costume. This costume must be worn properly as a sign of respect to every single soul in nature. The sword is checked again to ensure that it is sharp enough. This practice is reminiscent of the olden days when their ancestors prepared for war. However, instead of battle, this warrior will be dancing in tune to the traditional music being played to appease the spirits. Every step must be taken with great care and precision to ward off bad luck in the coming year. At the conclusion of the dance, a prayer will be done with the champion cock in order to chase away bad luck, which often comes in the form of pests and disease, the enemy that pepper farmers have been at war with for as long as they have been planting pepper.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, nya kami ngau kami mesau kami melah kami madah minta tentara tak biar tak antu dak lulu dah. Datai dituk sangkai dituk minta kami tu minta tolong minta sukuang kami tu leban kami tu bisik ngibun lada kami tu dituk. Ban lada tu ni pengat nadai rega apa penyakit pelumayuh ke sakit kulat sinu tai nya ka buru ka kebu ka kesai kami tu ka debuai ngami ke tai kemah nak manah nak tuku nak tuju engka kami tu bisi jai mimpi jai ari ngerja lada ngerja tai tu ditu ngami ke kesai buai megang mengenak manuak tu ngami ke ngerja lada tu si gerai si nyamai si celap si lindap kami tu kami tu berkat melihat semua tai tebak lada tu ditu semua tai tu kejai tu nak manah kemah si buru kesai buai kami laban kami tu segi minta sukuang minta tolong minta telak minta pedak kami tu nya mak kami tu majak ngau majak mesau belah utara leban lada majak nadai rega kami minta lada kami tu bergailah dunia Sarawak kami tu lah si mujur buat hidup dalam beliau kami tu lah majak kami tuah limpah kami serumah lah leban kami tu dah kami kerong bak tentu lah ada rekam orang tu kami tu berat nyamai belak lantang belak senang ulun tayah tu lah laga tu lah majak berga jadi suam tu lah sunurun racun ni lah suah majak bisa ngala guna kami tu lah lantang senang dia dunia tu lah nya mah kami tu lah kita kedatai segi sangkai dia tu segi bertuah berlimpah lah semua minta umur panjang kita tu lah nya mah kami tu ngau mesau septara dak lembia dak antu selulu dak keliang menang dak lajar tengah Jawa nya kami tu leban kami tu segi guna ke pengawak tu nya kami tu sina cara tuar adat kami iban tu nya mah kami tu tanya.
After the prayer rituals at the pepper plantation, they will head back to the village and choose a pig for slaughter. It will be cooked as a victory dish, celebrating their successes of having beaten back disease and pests, and also as a celebration in anticipation for the bountiful harvest that they will receive throughout the year. The entire kampong will come together to feast and dance, a lost art of merrymaking that only those living simply are able to call upon. Back to the simplest joys of civilization, a happiness so pure that it is worth more than riches. is their tradition, their way of life, passed down to them by the older generations, and it will continue to be passed on to the next and many more generations to come. This is a tradition that will never die. In the next episode, we shall witness the responsibilities firmly held by the Malaysian Pepper Board so that the pepper in Hornbill's land remains an iconic spice.